EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Today, it's an AFC North matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns. Cade York set to do the honors here, and we are underway from Cleveland. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jackson first play going to throw. And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up the defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Now it's 2nd and 9. And again, it's Chubb. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal. Chubb will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Hunt is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Now Watson on 3rd and goal. And it'll be intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 41. And the defense, Charles, they bent a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal there, the huge interception.
Look at the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them out of the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football.
Partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
And Chubb will try the middle here. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Back to throw, Watson. And that will be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
On 4th down, Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game, telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. We're scoreless after 1. The tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Davis. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Jackson. That's going to be caught. It's James Prochet. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Here we go now on 1st and goal. They go play action now. Jackson steps away. Well, that's complete to the fullback, Ricard. After all that, they only wind up with a yard. It's second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. From the 3 now, here they come on third and goal. Dobbins once more. And he's not going too far. In fact, stopped dead in his tracks at the 3. No gain on the play that time. So a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the second quarter. And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your 2-point conversion plays. Because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have 1 or 2 for the game. You have more like 6 or 7. Which one do you like here? Because that's essentially what you're going for right now. That spot of the field, call one of those and go get 6. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there. Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it. Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions. And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy. Second down, here's Chubb again. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. They had 3 tight ends in on that set, and they were really good at blocking for their running back. And give them a lot of credit because in football nowadays, tight ends coming out of college often don't block very often. These guys have really developed into superior blockers, and that's why they use them in this formation so often. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3. And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down. Here we go on 4th. Watson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
And that sack, Charles, just looked like a case where a speedy defensive end is a little bit quicker than the offensive tackle.
Yeah, it makes it difficult for a tackle to determine what exactly to do. Do you do the kick slide and try and get back in the pocket and meet him there? Do you meet him on the line of scrimmage where they call a quick set? In any event, right now, he's having his troubles.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on third and long.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. Now a first down throw, Watson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
That's now 6 dropbacks, 6 incompletions. Yeah, the defense been pretty good early, but he's got to start hitting some of those throws. He's making them better than what they actually are.
Throwing again is Watson. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Watson now to throw. This complete to David Bell. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Watson looks to throw again. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. First down.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up the first down.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, Watson. It's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Amari Cooper as the first half is winding down. And the Browns have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway.
From his end zone, it's Demetric Felton. The Browns drive about to get started. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. They run it again with Chubb. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Watson toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
He came through well with a nice pass breakup there. Fortunate that he was on the spot. He's the only guy left to prevent the first down.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now it's Watson. And that is incomplete. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
They will indeed snap it to Watson. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10.
Chubb will get the call running left. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. A give. This is Chubb.
And he'll get it inside the 35.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now Chubb running right. Oh, he's got some breathing room.
91 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
They give to Chubb out of the gun. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland.
New York on now for the extra point.
And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away.
By rule, that comes out to the 40-yard line, so good opportunity for this offense with solid field position. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes if they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback. They've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Handoff comes to Chubb. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They go up the middle with Chubb. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains. They'll send the tight end in motion left. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. So an important touchdown right there is now they're really beginning to pull away.
Yeah, this was a tight game until not too long ago. But since then, they've hit the accelerator, and they pushed the lead up to 3 scores here in the 4th quarter, and I don't see them looking back.
Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
To try again after the sack. Jackson. Pass on the crossing route is complete. This is Andrews. Now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the 1st. Now Jackson. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And they'll work this down inside the 30. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Slings it to Andrews, and it's complete. The tight end has it. And they move this all the way down to the 9. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Oh, for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. And the Browns are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. Look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
155 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. 3 yards to go on second down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set.
A run for Nick Chubb. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Now Chubb.
And he's going to have a Browns first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves, you're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about running them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
Yeah, boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8. They go with Chubb on second down. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's picked up by the Ravens. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, it becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. So first and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, Jackson. And his throw is incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
To throw again on second down, Jackson. Well, that'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson keeping it himself from 5 yards out.
And the Ravens are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. Now, this defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number one.
It should be number one, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep it back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
Finding room at midfield. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And Watson's going to throw it here. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
Now it's Watson. Throws to his running back, Kareem Hunt, complete. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome. But a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. Charles, for this losing side, their heads are hanging as they walk off the field today. And really, we know why those 3 turnovers by that offense, that's ultimately what doomed them.
This is what coaches preach all the time.